The impact was so sudden and fierce that Bethany barely had time to process what was happening. One moment she was floating peacefully, and the next, her world was a blur of thrashing water and pain. Her screams were mixed with gurgling blood sounds as the water turned into a sea of red. Up next, we find out, does Bethany survive this horrific attack? Bethany Hamilton, a 13-year-old surfer, lived in the beautiful paradise of Kauai, Hawaii. The ocean was more than just a part of Bethany's life. It was her world. Her days were filled with the rhythmic sound of waves, the salty breeze of the Pacific, and the thrill of catching a perfect wave. A rising star in the competitive surfing scene, Bethany was as comfortable on her surfboard as she was walking on land. But on the fateful morning of October 31st, 2003, her love for the ocean would lead her to a brush with death that no one could have predicted. The morning was idyllic, just as Bethany loved it. The sky was a brilliant blue, and the sun cast a golden glow over the pristine waters of Tunnels Beach. Bethany set out early with her best friend, Alana Blanchard, Alana's father Holt, and her brother Byron. As they paddled out to the break, the water was calm, almost too calm, hinting at an eerie tranquility. Little did they know, below the surface, a predator was lurking, drawn by the vibrations of paddling and the scent of prey. At around 7:30 a.m., Bethany lay on her surfboard, her left arm casually dangling in the warm, inviting water as she waited for the next set of waves. Her mind was clear, focused on the rhythm of the ocean, oblivious to the danger below. In a heartbeat, the tranquility shattered. From the murky depths, a shadow shot upwards with blinding speed. A massive 14-foot tiger shark, weighing more than 1,400 pounds, surged toward Bethany, its jaws wide open, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth. With a powerful snap, the shark clamped down on her left arm just below the shoulder, slicing through flesh, bone, and muscle in a single brutal bite. The impact was so sudden and fierce that Bethany barely had time to process what was happening. One moment she was floating peacefully, and the next, her world was a blur of thrashing water and pain. The force of the attack nearly knocked her off her board. She felt a sharp tug, a sickening pull, and then a strange lightness. Her arm was gone, torn away by the shark's ferocious bite, leaving a gaping, bloody stump. Bethany was in shock, her mind reeling from the sudden violence. Blood poured from the wound, staining the ocean red, and attracting even more attention from the predator that had just tasted her flesh. Bethany's survival instincts kicked in. She fought to stay calm, knowing that panic could mean death. "God, help me get to shore," she prayed silently, her voice barely a whisper against the roaring in her ears. Despite the excruciating pain, Bethany managed to stay on her board, her face pale but resolute. Alana, Holt, and Byron, seeing the blood and the look of horror on Bethany's face, immediately realized what had happened. Without wasting a second, Holt paddled over and helped Bethany back onto her board, using his own body as a shield, fearing another attack. The shark had disappeared, but its presence lingered in their minds, a silent predator in the shadows. Holt and Alana paddled furiously, with Byron following close behind as they made their way toward shore. Every stroke seemed like an eternity, the distance to the beach stretching longer with every second. Bethany's blood left a crimson trail in the water, a beacon for any other sharks that might be nearby. She fought to stay conscious, focusing on Holt's calm voice and the rhythmic paddling. Her vision blurred and her head spun, but she held on, driven by the will to survive. The pain was unimaginable, a searing agony that shot through her entire body, but still, she stayed calm, her faith giving her strength. When they finally reached the shore, the sight of Bethany's injury was horrifying. Her left arm was gone, severed just below the shoulder, leaving a raw, bleeding stump. Holt and Byron acted quickly, using a surfboard leash to fashion a makeshift tourniquet to slow the bleeding. The sand around them turned red as Bethany's blood soaked into the ground, a stark contrast to the white beach. The group flagged down a passerby, who rushed to call 911. Minutes felt like hours as they waited for help, Bethany's life hanging by a thread. Before we dive any deeper into this incredible story, I'd like to take a moment to remind you to like this video if you're enjoying the content so far. Your support really helps the channel grow and reach more people with inspiring stories like Bethany's. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any new videos. Thanks for watching, and now let's get back to the story. Bethany's father, Tom Hamilton, was at the hospital that morning, scheduled for knee surgery. When he heard the news, his heart sank. He rushed to the emergency room, his own surgery forgotten as Bethany was brought in. She had lost over 60% of her blood, her body weak and pale. The doctors worked frantically to save her life, racing against time. The wound was massive, and the risk of infection was high. They stabilized her, cleaned the wound, and began the long process of healing, both her body and her spirit. Despite the trauma and the loss of her arm, Bethany's determination was unbreakable. Within days, she was already planning her return to the ocean. The doctors and nurses marveled at her courage, her unwavering faith, and her positivity. Just 1 month after the attack, Bethany returned to the water, her resolve stronger than ever. With a custom-made surfboard that was wider and had a handle for her right arm, she paddled out into the waves, proving to herself and the world that she would not be defined by her injury. Bethany's story became a beacon of hope and inspiration. Her experience was chronicled in her autobiography, Soul Surfer, which was later adapted into a major motion picture. She went on to compete in professional surfing, winning competitions and accolades, her resilience and faith capturing the hearts of millions. Bethany Hamilton's encounter with a tiger shark was a terrifying reminder of the unpredictable nature of the ocean. But more than that, it was a testament to the strength of the human spirit, the power of faith, and the unbreakable bond between a surfer and the sea. Through her ordeal, Bethany showed the world that even in the face of unimaginable fear and pain, it is possible to overcome, to rise above, and to continue pursuing one's passion with unwavering courage. Her story is not just about a shark attack. It is about the triumph of the human spirit over adversity, the ability to find light in the darkest of times, and the unending pursuit of one's dreams no matter the obstacles. Bethany Hamilton's story doesn't end with her survival or even her triumphant return to the waves. Her life became a powerful testimony to the resilience of the human spirit, and she has since dedicated herself to inspiring others. She launched the Friends of Bethany Foundation, which supports shark attack survivors and amputees, encouraging them to pursue their dreams despite their challenges. Through motivational speaking engagements, Bethany shares her journey of faith, strength, and recovery, touching the hearts of people from all walks of life. Her message is clear. No matter what life throws at you, with determination, faith, and a positive attitude, anything is possible. Today, Bethany is not just known as the girl who survived a shark attack. She's a mother, a wife, and a professional surfer who continues to compete and excel in the sport she loves. Her story has been a beacon of hope to those facing their own battles, proving that adversity can be transformed into a force for good. In every wave she rides and every person she inspires, Bethany Hamilton continues to defy the odds, showing the world that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it head-on. Her legacy is one of unwavering faith and the relentless pursuit of a life lived to its fullest potential. Thank you all for watching this incredible journey of survival and triumph. Bethany Hamilton's story is a powerful reminder that no matter what life throws our way, we have the strength to overcome it. If this story moved you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with others who might find inspiration in Bethany's resilience. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more stories of courage and determination from around the world. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, stay strong and keep pushing forward.